All right, everyone, welcome here to a live Scrimcast. We are here on a beautiful Thursday evening here, proceeding the VPOG Series tournament. I have not had any Scrim since, I believe, Sunday when the tournament concluded, so glad to be back here with some action for you guys. We got a new team, I believe, here on the Legion side. We're going to call them the Pandas. Hopefully they bring some panda power to this match. And then we have a team that you guys might be familiar with. They played in the VPOG series tournament over the past weekend here. They go by the name of Backdoor Protocol. I believe we have a ringer here for them. I believe Blor, aka Mr. Nede, is ringing today. I am blanking on who he is ringing for. Perhaps, I believe it's Nictor. I don't see him here. But as far as the Legion team goes, they are a fairly new team. You might recognize some of the names here. You see Zephyronte, a name that's played, or a name that you would recognize from competitive tournaments in the past. Then we got a couple of pandas over here. We got a red one, a black one, and well, that's all the amount of pandas at least we see for now. But enough of the team introductions. Let's get into the draft here. We got our Hellborn side banning out Nymphora, Fade, and Silhouette. It's been quite a while since I've seen a Silhouette ban. We occasionally get to see Silhouette picked up in these competitive games. Very fun hero to watch. The Fade as well, a hero we don't really see a whole lot of, so pretty intriguing bans here from our Hellborn side. We see Shadowblade, Kinesis, and Magmus. So the Magmus, he makes his appearance every now and then as a ban. Shadowblade in this patch pretty strong. We've been seeing a lot of Shadowblade bans, so really not too crazy there as he's got that stun on that soul sight ranged form pretty gnarly there. Kinesis, another hero that we don't really see a whole lot of, but that will be the 6 bans. We have our Hellborn team picking up the first pick here with the Rhapsody. Gonna go ahead and pick up that support. And now we have a Cthulhu Font Riftwalker here for our Legion side. They have showed their first couple of picks here, and we're going to have some really aggressive picks following up that Rhapsody with both the Deadwood and the Witch Slayer. So a very aggressive style of draft so far for both sides. We still have quite a ways to go, though. At least to completing the 2 lineups here. So we'll have the next wave of bans underway. We are going to start things off with the Swiftblade ban. So it looks like both sides needing a carry. We might see some pretty heavy carry bans coming up here from the 2 sides. But on one side, gonna take their time here on the bans. They're gonna ban out Bubbles. Okay. So perhaps they would like to run that Deadwood in the mid lane. Going up against the Bubbles. Really slippery hero for Deadwood to kind of lock down. Next, we will see a Predator ban from our Legion side. They're getting rid of those magic immune style of carries with the Switchblade and the Predator. Leads me to believe they want to do some kind of aggressive man up lane, perhaps with that Cthulhu font. We have the Doctor Repulsor going to be banned out here as the second ban. So it looks like we're perhaps seeing some mids being banned. I don't know if that Doctor would be ran in the short lane. Quite possibly. But they do have a Witch Slayer already picked up on top of a Deadwood, so they do have lots of lockdown for the Doctor. Excuse me. And the final ban there from our Legion side will be the Puppet Master, so again, another carry option being banned out, and there will be the final ban will be the Gladiator. So it looks like we had our Legion side banning out carries, and our excuse me, our Hellborn side banning out mids. We're going to see both the Flux and the Monarch here. So we have 2 cores picked up. We have the Cthulhu font and the Flux. I believe we will see our support Riftwalker here. And a main support Monarch. Flux, for me, is always an interesting hero. I like that they have a Riftwalker picked up. And there we go. We're gonna have a Vindicator picked up, so they're actually gonna counter that Flux Riftwalker combination. They're gonna pick up another support, but now the question is who are they going to prioritize the farm on? And I want to say this might be a farming Vindicator in the mid lane against the Flux, but we could also see a farming Witch Slayer. I think the Vindy makes a little bit more sense, but they have a very int slash squishy kind of lineup early game. So this Hellborn lineup, they will finish off with a Dampier. They're gonna opt for some extra burst on top of that Deadwood and Witch Slayer. So lots of burst damage on three of their heroes. Very squishy, high intelligence kind of style of lineup. Safe to say they will be quite strong in the mid game. But they are very tanky on the Legion side with both a Flux and a Cthulhu Fawn picked up. Throw a Monarch on top of that with the Chrysalis. I think they will still have some issues killing the heroes on the Legion side quickly enough. Now, with that being said, they could look to pick up a very tanky carry here. Something like a Malakin comes to mind. Not the best against a hero like Deadwood, but um, a strength carry, I think, could be in the works here, something that survives. An Oogie would also make a lot of sense. He likes to build into those team fighting early game items. Um, they do have a Vindicator and a Witch Slayer to kind of control that Oogie, but with a Monarch behind him, if he's able to pick up something like a Sand Scepter, Oogie will be very powerful, I feel like, this game. I am liking the Oogie pick as they cannot pick up something like a Lord Sulfuras or even a Mage Bane, for example, is a popular pick against an Oogie, although I still do like the Oogie in that matchup. They're shadow picking the Madman now. I did really like the Oogie pickup. The Madman is interesting because he is a very squishy carry. Um, and if he gets caught by these disables here from the Hellborn side, um, I feel like he will die rather quickly in comparison to the Flux and the Cthulhu font, but if he's able to be very slippery, um, with that Monarch behind him, then it could end up working. I think I would have rather liked the Oogie pick here, from our Legion side, but that will be the two lineups now, so we are going to have no junglers here. Looks like we will have dual support lineups for both sides. So I'm expecting this to be a Cthulhu Font Riftwalker man-up lane, with a Flux mid and then a Monarch Madman short lane. Then on the side of Hellborn, looks like we have Rhapsody Dampier, mid lane Vindicator, I believe, farming, with a Witch Slayer second support, and then a Deadwood third core farming in the long lane. So we got the good old Gandalf Vindicator here. What are they thinking of doing here is the question. Are they perhaps doing a tri-lane down here? We have Rhapsody making her way down bottom. So Witch Slayer has the Marchers picked up. Looks like he's going to do a lot of roaming around early game. We are going to have a tri-lane here with Dampier going up against the Cthulhu Font and the Riftwalker. We will see if the Legion side tries to match this. Now, I think if they try to fight this tri-lane with something like Madman, Monarch, and Riftwalker, I think it is just a little bit too defensive of a tri-lane, and I think their heroes do need levels. I think if that is the case, then they should send Monarch to the mid lane to lane with Flux, and Riftwalker and Cthulhu Font to just kind of control that Dampier up in the top lane, to sacrifice the Madman's early game farm. But we'll see. We'll see if they do any kind of lane swap. They could also look to send Madman to the mid lane against the Vindicator and have Flux come down to the bottom lane where he's really tanky. So we will see here if this tri lane catches them off guard. They're going to go ahead and put some pressure in here. Now Monarch's playing very aggressively. He's going to run into a Witch Slayer Graveyard Stun. There's the Rotten Grasp. And Rhapsody with the Staccatos. Is it going to be enough for a kill? This will be the Bloodlust kill. So three players starting it out down here will get the kill. And then they will TP their Rhapsody up to the top lane. So they get that Bloodlust kill. Now Witch Slayer with the Marchers. Going to be spotted here on this Ward of Sight. They are going to see Rhapsody making his way up here in the top lane now. So we do have Monarch and the Madman going up against the Deadwood. A Ward of Sight placed here by the Witch Slayer. He has his Striders picked up, so he was the one who actually got the Bloodlust kill. So we have Witch Slayer. He's trying to guess there on that Ward of Sight, not going to find it. Flux doing a really good job of putting a lot of pressure in onto the Vindicator. Top lane, it looks like we had a Trample and an Obliterate used. I didn't catch any action up here, but maybe they forced some regen out. We have a Witch Slayer here with the Striders picked up. Looks like Riftwalker maybe has an idea this is going on. He's playing kind of defensively. Perhaps they know the Witch Slayer is missing. Riftwalker doing a good job here. We get first rune of the game going to be bottled up by the Flux. He's going to try to get the catcher on the Vindicator. Is this going to be the first blood? Here comes a disarm coming in from the Vindicator. No, he does not have a bottle. The power supply coming out. There's the golden apple. He's looking to turn it around. Health potion will be used. He will be just fine, but he will tank a little bit too much tower hits there. So already pretty slow start, minus that Bloodlust kill. So that surprise 3-player start at the bottom lane catching the Legion off guard, but more or less gold and XP kind of even. We have the gold lead for Hellborn, the XP lead for Legion. Only 3 minutes into the game now. We see the GPMs a little bit in favor of Hellborn, but the XPMs a little bit in favor of Legion, not by a whole lot here. Take a look at some creep farm. We got 17, 17, and 12, 21, 18, 24. So pretty even across the 3 lanes here. Deadwood will try to steal some pull camp there. He's already level 4. Mid lane, we have Witch Slayer making his way over. He's spotted on a Ward of Sight. Monarch as well. Spotted here by a Ward of Sight. Monarch going to catch the Witch Slayer here with a Crippling Pollen. Is this going to be enough for a kill? It needed one more auto attack. So pretty slow start here. Trample going to be missed there from Cthulhu Font. Dampier without the boots able to sidestep that stun. We got level 5 on the Deadwood now. We have level 6 on the Flux. We could perhaps see an ultimate being used soon. He's the first hero to hit level 6 outside of the Madman. Bottom lane, we have a Crippling Pollen. That will be a kill there with the Nightcrawler into the barrel roll. Lots of damage coming in from the 2 of them. The Deadwood still only the level 5. Wasn't able to try to go for a return kill. Dampier getting pretty close to level 6. We could perhaps see a kill on the Riftwalker, for example. We'll see if they try to go for any kills there. But Deadwood is back in the bottom lane. Bottom rune will spawn in the top, which will be a haste rune. I believe this will be picked up here by our Hellborn side. Now, they do not have a bottle on the Vindicator. Looks like we're going to have maybe Rhapsody go ahead and take that haste rune. It's going to go toward the mid lane, it looks like. Now, they have Witchlayer in the area. Riftwalker going to be spotted here on this ward. Oh boy, this could be a kill here as he's running into both the Dampier and the Rhapsody. That will be a kill going to the Rhapsody. So Madman, he's currently the top farmer, going up against that offlane Deadwood. 365 gold per minute. And we have Cthulhu next at 325. Flux on 290. He's almost the same as the Vindicator, but the Vindicator on 318. He's 38 against the 33 Flux. Again, pretty close to even here on the lanes. Monarch coming in. There's a Willowmaker. Chrysalis comes out though. It's not going to be enough to protect the Madman there. That was only a level 1 Chrysalis, so not preventing a whole lot of damage. Good job from Deadwood there to land the grasp and get that kill onto Madman. Here comes a Flux pull. Not going to be able to bring back the Vindicator enough. They missed an opportunity there. We have our Hellborn side leading 3 kills to 1 so far. GPM chart's looking pretty identical here. All the cores around 300 GPM. The support's between 100 and 150 GPM. Deadwood already with Steam Boots here, so despite being 2 versus 1, he's doing quite well. We got Dampier. Looks like they started making stacks for him. He's picked up a bottle as well. Rhapsody will use her dance floor. They'll work on some stacks here. Oh, I missed a kill here. Okay. Looks like perhaps they caught him with either the Flux or the Monarch. The Fokker able to assist there with her spells as well. They got the jungle stacked up for Madman once he gets his cleaver, but he's still pretty far. We'll see if he actually goes for the cleaver or not. So Dampier again continues to work on stacks with Rhapsody. It's gonna go for the Arcana. Looks like is he going for spell? No, that doesn't build into spell shards anymore. Oh, what is he building on Dampier? Is he building a Hellflower? Alright, so we got a couple of Veiled Rots here from both the Flux and the Monarch. The Trample will miss here. But a pair of Veiled Rots for a Witchlayer. I don't know if that's really the hero they were wanting to kill. I feel like if they are going to spend a couple rots, they should use them to try to get the Dampier. He's currently off in the jungle. So he continues to work on stacks. Looks like they cleaned out the stacks here. We got Witchlayer with a Veiled Rot now. Here comes a Wormhole in the bottom lane. And that will be a kill, and that's a great timing by our Legion side because we had Witchlayer coming in with a Veiled Rot. Now they're going to run into Monarch here. They are going to be able to lock him down before he can get his Chrysalis off, but This could come at a cost here. There is no TP on the Witch Slayer. He's going to try to deny himself. And the Madman will actually pick up a double tap between the bottom and the bottom kill and the jungle kill here. So that's really good news for them. They pick up a pair of kills there on the carry. And he's more or less matching the Dampier at this point. Dampier, without any kills, still on 400 GPM. So he's got 88 last hits. That's due to those jungle stacks. There's the trample going to land there as he pushes the creeps. Final chapter does come out from the Vindicator. The TP is coming in. It will be cancelled. I believe that might have been the TP from Dampier. I'm not sure actually if that was his TP. We have Deadwood going back down to the bottom lane. He still has his Willowmaker. But again, pretty hard to kind of catch the Madman by himself. They have the supports kind of down here as well. Ungrasp is going to connect. We have a Veiled Rot on the Rhapsody here. They're going to run into the Riftwalker here, tanking the hard camp. There's a Rotten Grass following up that staccato stun. Now Madman's going to get caught here, but Monarch is here. There's a Chrysalis. The Cleansing Wind was also used. They're going to use the Willowmaker there on the Rhapsody. The Graveyard Stun will land on the Madman, but there is the Protective Melody. It's going to be cancelled immediately by the Flexible and the Trample on top, and it's going to be a double tap coming out for Cthulhu Font as Madman also gets credit for one kill. He picks up the Serial Killer's streak, and it will be a 3-for-2 exchange here in the Legion's jungle. So they lose their support Monarch and support Roofwalker. They pick up both the supports and the offlaning Deadwood, winning that exchange. Now we have Flux in the mid lane, going for a kill here on the Vindicator, but the TPs will prevent that, as Witch Slayer is going for a stun, but not going to get in range. There's the Invis Dampier. They're going to get the miniaturization, following up that fear. Do they have the lockdown for this Flux? He is very tanky, but he will go down as the Consume comes out from Dampier, the kill going the way of Vindicator. Lex Talionis picked up on the Deadwood following those Steam Boots. Again, he is 250 gold per minute. Rhapsody is here in the bottom lane. Did show himself there. Now, Madman, he still needs a little bit here for his cleaver. They will get that Word of Sight dewarded there. Cthulhu Font, he's starting to work on these triple stacks until the Madman has his cleaver picked up. Dampier, he picks up a portal key. I'm a little curious as to this Arcana pickup, what he's going to be building that into. I believe it's going to be a Hellflower, but maybe it's a Restoration Stone like later in the game. I don't know. It's very interesting. He has the portal key here. He's Veiled Rotted. They're going to go in for the Madman. There comes the final chapter from the Vindicator. The Rotten Grass will land. They will get the one kill onto Madman, and Monarch will also fall as well. 3-man Wormhole coming in to follow up that Cascade event. There's the Flux pulling on top. Do they have the damage to bring them down? The Protective Melody is down. Dampier comes in with another combo there onto the Riftwalker. The Riftwalker does go down, but Cthulhu Font is here. It's a double tap coming out for him, and Madman, he did buyback, so they are looking to get some kills here. Will Madman end up going down? He will, to that silver bullet. And this is what I talked to you guys about in the draft. The Madman is just so squishy once he gets caught there. Cthulhu Font, is he going to go down? He did not have a trample for another 2 seconds. And it will be a genocide coming out in favor of Backdoor Protocol here, as they start that one off with a beautiful kill there on the Madman. They end up killing him twice with a buyback. And that is going to be a lot of momentum for them, as this team fight was just so fantastic. They now take a 4,800 gold lead on top of a 3,500 experience lead, as they get that tower in the bottom lane as well. So again, a massive team fight coming out as Dampier now over 500 gold per minute. Madman, he was getting close to his Rune Cleaver, but now going to need quite a lot away. Or he's going to be quite far away. Vindicator currently with a haste rune. We have a portal key on the Witch Layer. Okay. It's 220 gold per minute with just the Striders picked up. Actually did not see that coming. Deadwood here, 1600 gold saved up. He is also getting very close to a portal key. We have Dampier Veiled Rotted here. He's going to jump in on the Monarch. He will get the 1 kill. He has the invisibility rune as well, so he will be just fine. Still on the Red Marchers, picking up the glowstone. The tower will fall here in the mid lane, and they're hunting for more kills as Deadwood is leading the front lines here. Dulafon going to pick up that tower there in the top lane. He's got the barrier riddle, I believe, getting delivered to him now. So I think next in order they would like a portal key on the Cthulhuphon so that they have that PK initiator. We currently have 2 portal keys on the side of Hellborn, with possibly a third one coming up here on the Deadwood in the future. So we have 4 players here grouped up in the mid lane from Backdoor Protocol. We have a jump happening from Dampier. The Witch Slayer will jump in as well on the Flux. They will bring him down. Monarch getting miniaturization minied by the Witch Slayer. There will be a buyback on the Flux. Cthulhuphon goes in with the trample. Here comes the Fear. And they are going to kill the Rhapsody there in the tower. Vindicator is going to perhaps go down as well. The tablet was already used. Obliterate, helping for some damage there. Flux will get the kill there. But they do once again use a buyback, and they do get 2 kills. So hopefully now they can get this mid-tier 1 tower. Stampier, he does have the consume up. They could perhaps look to defend this tower. Deadwood, I believe, is going to pick up his portal key. We'll see if they can get the initiation they're looking for, as they are a little bit split here in the mid lane. There's going to be a jump there on the Madman. Barrier Idol comes out from the Cthulhu font, and we have Flux leading the front lines with Cthulhu font now. Monarch and Riftwalker in the area, but this tower is not going down all that quickly. We have a Rotten Grass going to land here on the Flux. There's the Oak Bolt going to come out. Cascade Event going to cancel those portal keys from the Dampier. Here comes the Cleansing Wind to remove that graveyard stun. Dampier thinking about going back in. He goes in on the Cthulhu Font. Now that's not the target you really want to jump in on. He uses the Consume there on the creep, so perhaps trying to even bait that one, as they don't end up taking the bait there, and the fight will conclude. They did not end up getting the tower. It's currently on 23 life, so they can look to deny that. Now we have final chapter down for 30 more seconds. That is a big part as to why they are winning this fight. So there's going to be a Rotten Grass. Dampier jumps in with the Fear, and there's the Willowmaker on top. Deadwood will bring him down with the Lex. Wormhole going to land there on the Dampier, but a Protected Melody in the background going to prevent all that damage. Another lockdown coming in on the Flux, the Rotten Grass. And Dampier will jump back in here. Monarch is going to use his Chrysalis, but that is not going to work out, as it will be a double tap coming out for the Deadwood. And they will get 4 kills there in exchange for 0. So Madman now has his cleaver picked up. We have, I think he's going to go for staff. So he's pooling 2,700 gold. I think he's going to finish the staff in 300 gold here on the Dampier. We have Vindicator picking up another Neophytes book. Thinking about what he's going to build into with that. Actually not sure what the Vindicator is going to go for here. Very, very interesting item build. He picks up the 2 amulets as well. They do get that mid tower, so that could have been denied, but they chose not to deny it. We currently have our Hellborn side hunting for kills here. They are going to get spotted on this ward. Mini's going to come out here on the Flux. There is the Willowmaker and the Silver Bullet. Okay, they use 2 ultimates there. And no counter kills going to come from that. Dampier was not here, so they decided not to engage. Very interesting decision there. Here comes a silence from Vindicator. Stun from the Witch Slayer. Rotten Grass will land. Crystal's coming in from the Monarch. He is going to survive for now. There's the final chapter. Vindicator, is he going to go down to the tower? There's the protective melody, but he will end up dying nonetheless. And okay, they lose their Vindicator. Oh, I hope my internet's not doing too poorly here. It looks like we're dropping some frames. Apologies on my end, guys. So there's no final chapter. This would be a good time for our Legion side to try to take a fight. Philifon going to tank the brunt of the initiation here. The wormhole is going to miss as there was no collapse. Dampier does jump in now. There's the Flux pull on top. Riftwalker will get the Cascade event off. They are currently burning them down. There was no protective melody, and they will lose the Dampier as well. It's a double tap coming out for Flux. And somebody else got a kill. Cthulhu Font takes out the Rhapsody, so 3 kills for... looks like the Riftwalker did actually end up dying. They got 1 kill out of this fight. But a 3 for 1. Looks like Madman will be building into a Whispering Helm, which I think is correct going up against the Deadwood. He does severely need that armor, eventually into that Shrunken Head. This tier 1 tower will fall. Monarch getting enough gold here for her Sand Scepter. That's going to be huge for them if she's able to remove that final chapter silence off of her team. They will be able to get off that combo following that Vindicator start. We do have the staff on the Dampier. He picks up these Striders actually, so it looks like he will be building into post haste. I still don't understand this Arcana. What it's going to be built into. There's a staff on the Vindicator. Okay, so I forgot about staff on Vindicator. They actually pick up 2 staffs, so I'm not sure if I like that unless they maybe plan to upgrade the Witch Slayer, but I don't feel like Deadwood or Rhapsody staffs are very good here. I think they would only want 1 player to have the staff upgraded. We have Barbed Armor picked up on the Cthulhu Font. Okay, so he's still opting to not go for the Portal Key, and I think they are really lacking that initiation. So I think now he needs to pick up that Portal Key. He is very tanky though, however. Farming very well here, 430 gold per minute. Flux, he's saving up quite a bit of gold. I think he's going for a Portal Key, which I believe is okay. They have him as the main initiator this game. I think ideally he would have wanted to have built into a tanky item like an Insanitarius, but did not have the start for that. So we see the Kongor go down here for Hellborn as they have that Dampier with that Bloodthirst aura giving everyone lifesteal. Perfect combo. Elephant now has his Portal Key. Oh boy, the whole team is kind of coming over here now. You are tanky, Cthulhu Font, but I don't know if you could fight fight this. Yep, so he is actually going to die. That's a silver bullet being used on top of a consume. Meanwhile, we have Deadwood in the bot lane. This is a very farm Deadwood, by the way. He has a Soul's Bulwark on top of a Mighty Blade already. Madman is, it looks like, saving up for the full Shrunken Head. He should sell his power supply here. Sell the power supply and pick up the Shrunken Head. But I do really like the idea of the Whispering Helm to give him extra armor. So they actually, I believe, see Deadwood here on this ward. Flux will get the slow here. Monarch will get the crippling pollen. Deadwood will get spotted out here. Oh my god, is he gonna make the escape? They have to use the Flux Pull on top. That is almost an escape there by the Deadwood. 1 versus 3. Meanwhile, we have Riftwalker counter pushing the top lane. Monarch gonna run in here, which they're gonna go in. Here comes a trample though from Cthulhu. Did they save the Monarch in time? She will get silver bulleted. She will die. It is a 1-for-1. Vindicator will use his tablet. And he will, looks like, get to safety. Okay, so they will find this ward here. They have the Berserk up on Madman with the Shrunken. It looks like, oh, he actually used the Shrunken here. Okay. And no vision here from our Hellborn side. We'll see if they want to defend this. They're thinking about it. They have Veiled Rot here on the Dampier. Now this would be blind to jump this. They don't see the Dampier. He will run in. He jumps in and they use the final chapter here. Now they don't have the Monarch with the Sand Scepter to remove that final chapter with the Cleansing Wind. She was dead. They get the 1 kill onto Cthulhu. They do get the counter kill here onto Vindicator. Kongor is currently paused. As, I lied, they actually had a ward here. I did not see that. Okay, so they did have vision of the Kongor. Madman going to land the Rotten Grasp here. Here comes the pull from Flux to Crystals from Monarch, preventing that. There's the Wormhole on top. Dampier going to land a 2-man fear. Madman, he does not have his Shrunken. He will get Willowmakered up. And will he be able to survive this? Here comes the Protected Melody, but it will not save the Deadwood. And Madman, he is making the escape here, as the Shrunken did come up at the very end. Their Crippling Pollen comes out from the Monarch, as it looks like Monarch is going to get sacrificed here, but they do save the Madman. So it ends up being 3 players dead for the Deadwood and the Vindicator. Both carries staying alive here. And they might look to steal this Kongor. It is currently on half life. Madman without a Shrunken Head. They have to make a decision here now if they want to take this fight. Cthulhu TP's up to the tower with Veiled Rot. Now they, I believe, saw that port. They just don't know who ported up here. Witchslayer is trying to break the Veiled Rots here, it looks like. We're going to have the jump start on the Dampier. Here comes the pull from Flux, but there is the Shrunken Head on the Dampier, and Flux is currently stunned up by the Witchslayer. They're going to turn it around and get the Riftwalker kill here. Here comes the Fear from Cthulhu. They're going to get the Rhapsody. Now Witchslayer is going to fall as well. There's the Fear kicking in, but it is now over as Vindicator. He will use the tablet. Are they going to be able to chase him down here? Dampier, he has to, I believe he cannot go back in here, and it will be a hat trick coming out for the Madman, and he still has his Shrunken Head up. So will they be able to defend this Kongor is the question. Madman, Dampier's thinking about going in. I believe they see him here on the Sword of Sight. So this is a classic stalemate here. There's a trample from the Cthulhu on the Dampier. There is no follow-up there. There's the Flux Discharge on top. Here's the turn from the Consume. Willowmaker comes out on the Cthulhu Font, doing so much damage. And will they be able to bring down the Dampier? Yes, they will. As where is Madman in this fight? He is chasing currently on the Deadwood as he did use the Shrunken. Rotten Grass will be avoided there by the Madman. And it looks like Deadwood will fall. And now, finally, this Kongor should fall here as our Legion side cleans up the fight. We have a nearly identical gold lead and only a 2300 experience lead for our Hellborn side, but that did just change a little bit there with the Kongor kill. So Vindicator, did he just buy Brass Knuckles? I don't remember seeing that. That is, I don't know if I understand this item build from Vindicator. So he's kind of like playing this utility secondary carry. But I almost feel like they'd be better off with him just kind of going for a Resto Stone. Rhapsody, I believe, I don't know if she's had this portal key, but she did just pick one up recently here. She's on 200 GPM. We currently have Riftwalker with a Mana Tube. I think he's building that into a Jade Spire. Maybe it's a Null Stone, but we'll see what he goes for. It could also be a Storm Spirit to prevent this initiation here. I think he has some options here. I don't know if Nullstone's necessarily the correct one, but going up against the Vindicator, it is very difficult for him to get his final or his wormhole off. We'll see what he goes for. I think it could be a number of items still, as they would all have some merit to them. Deadwood still without his Shrunken. His farm has kind of slowed down. Looks like Witchslayer is building into a Storm Spirit, I believe. Maybe it's a Sand Scepter to purge this Barbed Armor, and Chrysalis could also very well be a Sand Scepter. Flux picks up a Plate Mail. I guess he's going for Demonic? Demonic or Frostfield? One or the other. We have a Firebrand picked up on the Madman. Okay, so the Firebrand, I think he's going Geobane, but I actually really don't like that. I would rather him go for the Nullfire Blade as a follow-up to his Shrunken Head. And the reason for that is he can also purge himself, the Silence. He can purge, or he can slow his targets to sit on them. And I feel like the mana combustion effect is really strong. I don't really think the Geobane makes a lot of sense on Madman. It's very defensive, and he's already got the Shrunken Head. I missed what happened, but something was funny. So I think Riftwalker, he had 1,000 gold. Alright, so it is a Storm Spirit, it looks like. Riftwalker did go for the Storm Spirit here. Maybe it was the recipe. I'm actually not sure. He's almost got a Storm Spirit if he doesn't have it yet. I feel like, so is Vindicator gonna go more DPS, or is he gonna go the Resto Stone? He could go for a Hellflower. I still don't understand this Arcana. I've kind of said that a few times now, but this was his first item he bought. Maybe he thought that's how you built Spell Shards, because it used to be Spell Shards once upon a time. But other than that, I have no idea why we have an Arcana on Dampier. Cthulhu Font, I guess he will go for a Staff of the Master next, which, if he's able to get a Staff, he's going to be at a pretty comfortable spot with his item build. Having the Barb, the PK, and the Staff on top of the Berry Riddle, that's going to be really gnarly. If he can get the Staff of the Master. So we have Hellborn Kongor. This is going to be their second Kongor. Take a look at the buffs here. We have damage on Dampier, movement speed on Vindicator, damage on Witch Slayer, movement speed on Deadwood, movement speed on Rhapsody, stats on Riftwalker, movement speed on Cthulhu, stats on Flux, movement speed on Madman, movement speed on Monarch. Okay. We got a lot of baiting going on here. Legion team baiting top lane, Hellborn team baiting mid lane, Veiled Rots are being used. They are expecting there to be a fight, but this is kind of how the mid and late game kind of go. A lot of grouping together. People are afraid to get picked off. We're going to see Roofwalker TPing back to the base here. We might see a wormhole start this off. Okay, they will force the glyph out here. Flux will jump in. There's the final chapter. Looks like they were expecting a jump. Cthulhu goes in here. He did already use his trample. He still has the barrier idol ready to go. Witch Slayer, is he going to be able to make the escape here? 7 seconds on his portal key. Trample will be missed by Cthulhu. Dampier is already porting out, so they're going to sacrifice the Witch Slayer here. And it looks like that will actually be the end of the fight here. Oh, Madman just shrunken. Ah, that's a misclick. Caught it on camera. It happened. So Vindicator picks up a plate mail. I don't understand a lot of these item pickups, what they're going for. Looks like they want to counter the Madman now with some armor, team armor. I do feel like the Hellflower or the Resto makes more sense here. Especially since he has a staff picked up. Oh, Deadwood is in the area, but he's got his bulwark on. Oh, Riftwalker actually saw the Deadwood aura there. Looks like he didn't notice it. If they picked up on that, they could have maybe killed the Deadwood here. So he actually had his negative Soul's Bulwark aura on. Vindicator has a lot of attack speed, man. 1.5 attacks per second. Oh, oh, did he see it? He still has his aura on negative. I feel like they should know he's here. Come on, guys. You have to know that. Oh! He's gonna go for the TP. Oh my god, okay. Unfortunate. Cthulhu did destroy the trees there. Good getaway from our Deadwood. Searing Light Madman. Okay, he's going for Dawnbringer. I don't know how I feel about this. The thing is, Dawnbringer is a very powerful item, but I don't know if I like it on Madman. Oh boy, Madman could be in some trouble here. He's gonna stalk through the Dampier. Ooh. Okay, it is a Resto Stone, by the way, on the Dampier, so he does use his Arcana here. He's going for a full caster style of build. So he's definitely all in on his spells. He will not have a lot of right-click presence in comparison to the Madman. And I think now Madman probably wants a symbol. Just bulk up on HP and be able to survive this burst, knowing that you're going up against a magic style of Dampier. So items like Symbol and Heart make a lot of sense here now as a follow-up. Normally I would suggest something like a Wingbow, but again, the Dampier's not really building auto attack damage. He's mostly just focusing on magic here. So Cthulhu is really close to a Staff of the Master, and boy, if he When he gets that, the team fights with Flux and Riftwalker are gonna be so nuts. They just need to try to control this Vindicator in the team fights. So we do have a Sand Scepter on the Witch Slayer. There's the Frostfield Blade on Vindicator. Golden XP is a little bit in favor of Legion here, but again, very, very close game here. They are baiting this illusion. Looks like they are well aware that that is not the real Dampier. We are going to have the real Dampier jump in on the Monarch here. He is going to fall. Final chapter does come out. Barbed Armor will be popped by the Cthulhu font. And Dampier, he did pop his Resto Stone, so he has another combo ready to go. That is their final chapter, though. And that's a big part of their team fight. Madman Didius is shrunken, so it looks like both teams don't really want to take a fight here. And this Kongor might be stolen here. I don't know if they can defend this. This will not give them a token, though. It will be their third Kongor. Wig is happy. I missed it. I missed it. Sorry. 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 Alright. So they will get a third Kongor there. Oh, I missed a kill there on the Riftwalker. Deadwood jumps in with his Willowmaker from the tree line there. That will be another pick off here from our Hellborn side. We currently have 3 players in the mid lane. Deadwood taking a lot of log damage here. He's gonna trample out. I need someone to do my sewing, says the Snottercamp. There's the demonic. Okay, he doesn't go for the staff. It's unfortunate because the staff would be so nice, but it's hard to say no to a demonic breastplate because there's the Deadwood here dealing a lot of physical damage with that Lex and Bulwark. Dillifa going to be more or less like a semi-carry here. Madman, 4,000 gold saved up. I feel like this has got to be Symbol of Rage here. We're going to have a jump coming in from Cthulhu Font. We're Cascade Event pulling them together. No wormhole being used just yet. There is still a final chapter ready to go. They will get the Vindicator, and now that silence threat will not be there. Deadwood, is he going to get spotted here? They see the aura, and they will not be able to bring him down. So they have 2 players dead. I would like to see them take an objective here on the Legion side. Madman, 5,000 gold. So the Hellborn Kongor does spawn. This is a perfect timing to take this steal here. He's going to use the Berserk here. Just for the tail end of Kongor. This ward will be instantly removed here by Monarch. Great job there. They get the 1 Kongor. So this will be their second Kongor now, I believe, against the 3 Kongors. This one spawning in 8 minutes. So no tokens this game. We haven't had, I believe, any token of lives. Oof, Madman pulling up the entire store here. Definitely got to commit there. There's the symbol. Okay, I like it. He's going to be a lot bulkier now against that Deadwood punch. Well, the Dampier initiation specifically, but also going to help keep him alive against this burst. What will Flux go for as his next item? He's got a good amount of armor here. So they have both a Frostfield Plate and a Demonic. On the Legion side, they have a Frostfield and a Soul's Bulwark here. On the Hellborn side, the longer this game goes, I really feel like the Madman Cthulhu lineup will be a bit stronger here, but there's always that threat of the final chapter. They only have one Shrunken Head, and they're really relying on Monarch to remove that silence. Hopefully now Cthulhu will go for the staff. He's once again very close. We see the Legion side, or Hellborn side, excuse me, kind of rotating down bottom. We have Dampier coming up to the top lane with the post haste picked up. Now this could be a surprise. They're gonna go for the Madman here. Here's the Rotten Grasp into the Willowmaker. The jump coming in from the Dampier. There's the final chapter, but he gets the Shrunken Head off. He has the Symbol of Rage. He's gonna turn it. Here comes the turn coming in from the Legion side. Is this port gonna be successful? There comes the Wormhole. Is it going to land? No, it will not. He will port out to the safety of the base. They will lose the Rhapsody as a beautiful protective melody comes out in the trees there to prevent Dampier from dying. The Wormhole just a little bit too late there to cancel that TP. So fantastic bait here by our Legion side to keep their Madmen alive. Unfortunately, they were not able to get that kill onto the Dampier. They will try to get the catch there on the Flux. They do not have a discharge ready to go, and unfortunately, they will not be able to stop that TP from the Deadwood. So, again, no buybacks used here. We had Dampier use his full resto combo. We had the final chapter used. It is on cooldown for 60 more seconds. They have Madman's Shrunken Head coming back off cooldown with Discharge and Wormhole almost off cooldown. So Legion is looking to be in a pretty good spot here. They will force out the Glyph. The tower is getting low. Here comes a trample from Cthulhu Font. It will land onto the Vindicator. There is a Cascade Event coming in from the Riftwalker. The Barbed Armor is applied from the Cthulhu Font. They do not use the Dream of Madness aura. Madman is now in the middle of the fight with the Shrunken Head. There's the pull from the Flux. Here comes the Frostfield Plate. The Willowmaker on top of Madman. There's the Wormhole locking down Dampier with that Shrunken Head. Will they be able to bring down the remaining supporting cast? Here comes the combo from Dampier. The Monarch does stay alive though. And there's the book coming in from the Vindicator. The Flux. He will go down in the background. There is a buyback coming in from the Vindicator as he did fall. Stormshare comes in on the Dampier, but Riftwalker will go down, and our Hellborn side does hold here with that Vindicator buyback coming in. So they actually lose 3 players with the buyback. They get kills onto only the Flux and the Riftwalker. So overall, still a pretty solid fight coming out here from our Legion side. And all their ultimates were used here. We have the final chapter still available once again. Silver Bullet was not used, and Dampier still a 1 minute cooldown on that Restoration Stone. We have the port coming back here from Cthulhu Font to defend that tower. 5,000 gold on the Cthulhu Font. Please make me happy and pick up that Staff of the Master. I know you want to. He sold the Chalice. Ah, it's a sheep stick! Oh, come on. There's no staff. Are you kidding me? I just want to see that Staff of the Master breaky. Alright, well, you know what? I can't say a demonic and a sheep are all that bad. But damn, just no staff on the Cthulhu Font kind of hurts my soul a little bit. We got Riftwalker picking up the Jade Spire now following that Storm Spirit. We have Shaman's Headdress on the Flux. I don't know if I really like that necessarily. I feel like it's a little late in the game for that pickup. Oh, here we have a Sheepstick Initiation on the Vindicator, so Sheepstick already coming into play. There's the Sand Scepter coming in from the Witch Slayer. He's going to land a 2-man stun. There's the Dream of Madness, though. Will they be feared? No, they will not. Here comes the pull from the Flux and Vindicator. He will fall. He does not have goal for a buyback. Meanwhile, they get another kill here on the Witch Slayer. Riftwalker ends up dying in the mid lane to Deadwood with a Willowmaker. So Deadwood gets the solo kill there on the Riftwalker. And hello, Kongor. You have just respawned again at the perfect time. We currently have our Hellborn side. We have Veiled Rotted Dampier here. Picks up a really late spell shards, by the way. He's gonna jump in on the Monarch. That's gonna be a solo kill. Uses the Shrunken portal keys to safety. He's gonna port to the bottom lane. It looks like they will not contest this Kongor. That will go down. That is now the third Kongor, I believe, for Legion. So we're 3 Kongors apiece. This one's up in 2 minutes. So Madman with a lot of gold here. I think, so we have 1, 2 Shrunken Heads. We have a Frostfield Plate. I think now he looks to invest into some damage. The question being, what is the damage item of choice here? Okay, he's gonna go for the Rift Shards. It's okay. I think it's okay. It's probably better than a Wingbow or a Savage at this point. There is no Wingbow. And also, Harkon's Blade is kind of iffy here, because he's not right-clicking the hardest. And they do have a pair of Shrunkens. Don't think the Frostfield Plate is enough to warrant a Harkon's Blade, so I think the Rift Shards is actually okay. He's going to run into the Rhapsody here. Here comes a barrel roll. Oh, there's an 801 crit. One more auto attack, and Rhapsody will fall. That's a big right click coming in from the Madman. So, hey, who's to say Rift Shards was a bad pickup, as he is now on a Savage 6 streak. 668 gold per minute compared to the 585 of Dampier. Dampier also with 6,000 gold. Madman's still with 5,000 after buying a Rift Shards 4. He can even sell the boots here if he wants to. He's got 3 stacks of movement speed. We have full Demonic on Deadwood, so both teams with a Demonic and a Frostfield play. I actually can't remember the last time I saw a match where both teams had a Demonic and a Frostfield. So they kind of are almost countering each other out, but very, very effective. We have Pegasus boots. Oh, I haven't seen Pegasus boots in a tourney, at least that I've gotten to cast. This is kind of exciting. He can now port to his teammates, so he can port to the Deadwood hiding in trees. That's pretty cool. I like this. I think he's going to need to sell either the portal key or the spell shards. The portal key is kind of tough for me because he's really relying on that initiation. Man, I wonder if getting something like a Codex would even make any sense with the Resto Stone. Probably not, but anyway, we have the Kongor being attempted here. We have the base being pressured here. The tower is going to go down. Here comes a 2-man Rotten Grasp. It's going to land onto both Cthulhu Font and the Madman. And they're pounding in the right clicks. Here comes the Glyph. There's the jump from the Witchslayer. The miniaturization comes out. They're going to get the Sheepstick on the Witchslayer as well. Final chapter comes out. Witchslayer will die. And the Raxes are taking some heavy pressure here. There's going to be a Willowmaker on the Madman. He's currently at half life. Cleansing Wind comes out. He gets the Shrunken Head off. And now Deadwood. He is on the run. The right clicks coming in from the Madman. Pull in from the Flux. There it is with the Frostfield Plate. Dampier jumps in. It's a domination streak coming out from Madman. Vindicator, is he going to go down here? Another trample comes out. There's the fear from the Dampier, landing onto several heroes. But Vindicator will be forced to use the second and final buyback. Dampier will fall, and there is no buybacks for the Hellborn side. Vindicator will die here for the second time, and 5 players are alive for the Legion side. The GGs are called, and game 1 will go to our Legion side, the Pandas here at the 52-minute mark. So that will do it, ladies and gentlemen, for game number 1. And boy, that was a very exciting finish there to a fairly